Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
One of the problems, Brandon, when you have such a year like you have when you're 21 is people forget that you were only 21. So now that you're only turning 23, it's like, when's he going to be ready? How are you feeling?
I feel good. Yeah, the spring's going off pretty good. I mean, just trying to keep the body healthy and go day by day pretty much.
Interesting comment today from Scioscia. We were talking about you, and he said, not many guys get to the big leagues a completely polished gem. You're almost polished. You come to the bigs, and that's where you do your final act. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's, I got some work to do. I mean, at 23, I don't think I'm going to come up and, be as developed as I need to be, maybe in 5-6 years. But, I'm real close, and, it's just part of, playing the game and being consistent.
At some point, the only way you can learn to be a major leaguer is to be a major leaguer.
That's it. I mean, I'm sure the more at-bats you get up there in the big leagues, the more games you get, the more experience, the more comfy you'll be, and you'll put up the numbers.
Talking about your year last year, Salt Lake, another big 27 doubles, I think, 25 home runs, something like that. I mean, you still have the power stroke.
Yeah, I mean, Salt Lake was good. I think the best experience was getting called up to 4 or 5 times, getting used to, 45,000 people, just playing the game instead of being on the field and saying, wow, I'm in the big leagues. It's just playing the game. Same game it is. Same, bases 90 feet apart and 60 feet 6 inches from the mound to home plate. So I think that was, just realizing that it's the same game was big for me.
Talk to me about, you got the one knock. Tell me about that experience.
Well, I got my first hit in Chicago, and I mean, once I got that first hit, I was 0 for my first day, so I didn't know if I was ever going to get a hit. So once I got that first hit, it was a lot of relief.
And then the homer?
Then the homer was good, and then I figured out my first hit, and then the homer out of the way, so now I just go play.
Who was the homer off?
Danny Baez.
It's not something you'll ever forget, is it?
No, about 3,000 people in Baltimore, and we were winning about 19-6, so it happens.
Hey, it's got to happen somewhere,
hey, you got to
right?
get at some point.
They got you playing a little bit of short right now. I guess it's kind of like, wherever they put you, just let me play.
Yeah, I mean, just, short, third, wherever. I'd like to get at bats and play a little bit.
Mike's real good about that. He's probably, more of a National League type manager where, he moves guys around all the time. Do you feel like that's being versatile and that will help you?
No, I think last year, getting a chance to play third base made me a little bit more versatile. I mean, before I was only played shortstop. I had to learn third. Now I know short and third, and I feel like, that helps out being able to play, more than one position. So going into this year, we'll see what happens.
We were talking to Vinny Rottino yesterday. He was making the conversion to catcher, and he said, until I thought I was a catcher, it didn't matter if they made me play it until I believed I was a catcher. Do you feel that way about third? Do you feel like you're a third baseman now?
Well, I mean, I think the transition from short to third wouldn't be as tough from third to catcher. It's just a matter of footwork and seeing the ball coming at you a little bit quicker, not having much time to react. But it wasn't too big of an adjustment. I mean, there's definitely some different things and some things I had to learn, but overall it went well.
This is not the kind of place, Brandon, unfortunately, where you can come up and learn on the job because the team is so good and expectations are high. Is there more pressure in an organization like this to perform?
I don't think there's more pressure. I mean, obviously there's that you're going to have to win when you have an owner, that invested, his deal with a lot of good players. I mean, you can't come up and not do the job. I mean, that's the thing about, they're here to win a pennant and go to the World Series and win the World Series. So I wouldn't say there's more pressure. I say there's more excitement knowing that once you get up there, you're going to have a chance to win a ring, opposed to getting up there and maybe, struggling for a few years and then becoming a free agent and be able to pick where you want to go. But knowing right now that, if I get up to the big leagues, I got a chance to win a ring, and that's pretty exciting.
Wonderful. Have a nice birthday, man.